This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
What is up, everybody? This is a Sonic 3 official movie review. Now, spoilers. I will be posting spoilers, so again, if you're uncomfortable with that, get off the video right now. But other than that, let's get started. First of all, I want to send shoutouts to my good friend RK Raging Wolf right here, who provided a lot of key information. We had a brief discussion about the movie review late last night, and also provided the extra content you're seeing, obviously. So let's get started. First of all, Sonic 3, very good movie, I'm not gonna lie, especially the post-credit scene, which I will reveal in a few moments, so just giving you one last warning right here. Yeah, so Sonic 3 movie, it's to be expected. It was an action-packed movie. The CGI was phenomenal, I'm not gonna lie. All the scenes actually felt like they mattered, I'm not gonna lie. The Maria and Shadow dynamic, I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed it. The pacing of it made perfect sense. Maria didn't felt out of place. She got proper amount of screen time, It just made perfect sense when you think about it. Even the general audience would agree on that. They actually loved her performance. Especially that scene where you had that glass scene, obviously, while Shadow was there. She was able to calm him down. And, of course, the kitty cat drawing. Everybody laughed at that. That was nice right there. I did like that. But at the end of the day, it was a nice, adorable moment right there, here and there. And it was truly amazing. Like, you go through the entire, arc between both of them before her unfortunate death. So you kind of understand why Shadow's doing what he's doing. He's been locked up for 50 years. Like, again, the first 10 minutes of the movie, I'm not going to lie, it's stuff we already saw from the trailer, so you're not missing much. Again, you get it, Shadow beat the crap out of Team Sonic here and there. The only new scene I would say is that Shadow did actually shoot at Sonic with that gun. You did at least get that, at least during that moment. That's all I could say during that chase sequence. And I did get a laugh after both of them clashed. When you saw that trailer at the end when they both clashed, yeah, the power grid was out, but then after the power grid was restored, Sonic was locked. Sonic was handcuffed towards a pole, obviously. Shadow was just trolling him, basically. It was funny, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, Shadow was able to one-up Sonic right there in that opening scene. Now, obviously, Professor Maria Robotnik, obviously, the reason why he did what he did was he wanted to destroy everybody, let's be real here. But in order to do that, he couldn't do it alone. He needed the help of his grandson. So, obviously, when you saw that scene of Dr. Eggman's egg drones attacking everybody, everybody's implied that Eggman is behind this, but how? They assumed he was dead, but he wasn't. Then Agent Stone came into the equation and said, well, he's not dead, we need your help, I'll take you to the doctor. And speaking of that, well, apparently you found out what Sophia Purtis' role was going to be. She was Gabriella. Basically it was a soap opera scene. It got a huge laugh, obviously, from the general audience. It was justified. And, of course, Jim Carrey's reaction, priceless. Loved it. Made perfect sense. Like I said, I enjoyed all the Jim Carrey scenes here and there. I understand some people are saying he took too much screen time. When you're paying the man $12 million, Jim's going to give you the performance of his life. So Jim has every right to take that screen time. I know a lot of you hardcore Sonic fans may not like that, but it's just the way it is. The general audience loves Jim Carrey, so let's just leave it at that. Yeah, so Sonic was furious after Tom was basically, unconscious here and there. And at that point, Team Dark, obviously, they had everything they needed already. They took the space colony, and they already headed off for outer space. Sonic realizing there's no other choice, he asked Knuckles very aggressively, where's the Master Emerald? Knuckles stood his ground and says, I'm not revealing that information. And then Sonic says, last chance, where is it? And then Knuckles said, alright, fine, Hedgehog. You've won. I'll reveal the location. And then after Sonic took the Emerald, he just basically transformed into Super Sonic. And the entire crowd erupted. They loved that. And then, of course, this was leading towards a badass, epic encounter between Super Sonic and Super Shadow. My goodness. That was an awesome fight sequence, I'm not gonna lie. Back and forth between these two. This is badass, I'm not gonna lie. And then, of course, you had Eggman and, of course, Gerald, obviously. They fought too, obviously, because Eggman realized what his grandfather's doing is fucked up because he wants to destroy the planet while Gerald wants to rule it. There's a difference. So, of course, their alliance breaks up, and then, of course, those two are fighting back and forth. You have two multiple fight scenes going on at the same time. But the Super Sonic and Super Shadow fight was epic. The one thing I did love about this, you actually got shades of Fleetway Super Sonic. My God. Super Sonic grabbed Shadow literally by the throat. He could have killed him. I'm not lying. The moment he grabbed him, and Shadow even says, go ahead, do it. do it. And then Sonic, he was about to do it, but then and then Shadow was talking sense into him, and then he realizes he can't do it. Yeah, so it was rather cool to seeing Sonic and Shadow work together. That's badass, especially that moment where Shadow used Chaos Sphere to wipe out all the robots. Right before Sonic and Shadow intercepted the Eclipse Cannon, it was a direct hit on both of them. However, their energy was being drained, so at that point, you had Tails, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman try to steer away the cannon's trajectory and decided to tilt it in another place, and of course the moon got hit, which explains the piss the moon meme. Yeah, it was justified. Again, you gotta save lives here, people. The moon is just a gray rock. Let's be real. It's just a rock, alright? It's got no life up there, so it could take a hit for us. So yeah, other than that, I mean, it was really cool, but at the end of the day, Professor Gerald was already dead at that point. It was a funny death, I'm not gonna lie. But for Dr. Eggman, they gave the man the ultimate send-off. This is the send-off I wanted from Eggman from the start. In Sonic Movie 2, where you saw Eggman just basically defeated by Super Sonic, he said, "Oh, it's like that. Later, hater." Like, come on, like, you can't have that be Jim Carrey's last performance. That's why I said, please coax him out of retirement, give him one last send-off, and this is the send-off he got. I got Spider-Man 2 vibes out of this. You know, obviously when Dr. Octavius realized the error of his mistakes, after Peter was able to convince him, he decided to take down that device himself, because he was not going to die a monster. Yeah, so the post-credit scenes. Let's talk about that, because apparently that's why a lot of you showed up for my opinion on that. Oh yeah, Metal Sonic, truly badass, not gonna lie, you know, him facing Sonic after he missed with that plasma shot, and then Sonic talking smack to Metal Sonic. He kind of felt weak towards Sonic, I'm not gonna lie, like, seriously, couldn't even take a punch from regular Sonic. That's why you have to send your minions out there to try to attack Sonic. But who comes to the rescue? Amy Rose. Oh my god, man, I marked out for that moment louder than anybody did in that theater. Trust me on this. Everybody loved that moment, and the moment that Amy Rose was revealed, everybody lost their mind. Everybody cheered. Oh my god. They loved her. I'm not gonna lie. You see Sega, you see Paramount, they love Amy Rose. Maybe we should consider, I don't know, making a Year of Amy Rose campaign. Just saying. But other than that, truly amazing moment, you know, and I can't wait for Sonic 4. You know, obviously, the movie's going to come out spring of 2027, which is fine. It gives Pat Casey, Tyson Hayes, Jeff Fowler plenty of time to cook something awesome, you know. But at the end of the day, Sonic Movie 3, did I enjoy the movie? Yes. Will I watch it again? Definitely. Because, you know, everything from point A to point B and even the post-credit cutscenes, truly amazing. And speaking of the post-credit cutscenes, you know, there was a second post-credit cutscene, and obviously Shadow survived. Obviously, you saw his inhibitor ring right there, alongside his foot. You know, I wanted to draw this out, but apparently the audience had already left after the first post-credit cutscene, because they were satisfied after seeing Amy. But then you realize that Shadow did survive, so not many of them were aware of that. I mean, they'll probably see the reaction on YouTube and realize, oh, I can't believe I missed that. But overall, I mean, the fact that they love Amy Rose, that just puts a smile on my face. It really does. Because I wanted to see what the reaction was going to be. Not only from the Sonic fans, but also from the casuals. You know, and they realized, I loved it. I love the fact that everybody reacted positively towards Amy Rose being in the post-credit, and she's going to be in Sonic 4 in a prominent role, and I can't wait for Sonic Movie 4. Now our journey starts towards Sonic 4, and I can't wait for that. And I'm here to provide theories, whatever you want. So if anybody has theories for Sonic 4, please draw them up, and I'll make theory videos. We'll have fun with this, alright? 2025, I know it's not going to be easy going through 2025, knowing that, you know, content's going to be a little bit sparse now that Sonic 3 is already come and gone. But damn it, I mean, if you want to make theory videos here and there, whether it be Sonic the Hedgehog 4 or anything, just let me know. I mean, make some suggestions in the comment section. We'll go from there. Other than that, peace out, everybody.